is Stephanie, and I want to share just 3 ways for you to see the glass full this holiday season. I know that we are all looking at this holiday season with different landscapes going on because of a lot that's happened this past year, or maybe it's just memories from the past that you might be feeling some dread as we go into the holidays. Maybe fear, loneliness, or sadness, or just those emotions that kind of creep up on us as the holidays are getting full force and getting into full swing. And so I just want to share a few things with you to help you kind of change that perspective. And the first thing I would ask you to do is to lean into that emotion. If you're feeling the dread of the holidays coming up, maybe it's just because you've never, the holidays have never been a great time for you. Or maybe it's you're going through a divorce, or you've come out the other side of a divorce, or you've lost a loved one during this last year, and that you're in that first year first, and there's all these emotions that are going on. I'm going to ask you to lean into that emotion and lean forward into that emotion. And the reason why I say it that way is because I want you to move forward. Because as we press through and start to identify how those emotions got there, sometimes they're so entangled. They've been with us for so long. We've carried them with us for so long. They're natural, a natural way for us to think. And so when you lean into it, you start to identify the power that emotion has had. And a lot of times, they're there to protect us. And so there's nothing wrong with that. Now it's just time to say, okay, thank you, loneliness. Thank you, sadness. Thank you, fear or anxiety, because you were protecting me. But now it's time for me to move forward and bring a healthier balance into my life and put those emotions in perspective. And so as you lean into them, you do a self-discovery and you realize maybe they don't have the control over you like they used to. And that's time to set yourself free. And the other thing that I want you to lean into it is because the Bible says that there's beauty for ashes, and we never know what comes out of when we start to grow, and especially when we grow from a point of pain or a strong emotion like that. And so you might write a book. You might have passion for people and compassion that are going through the very thing that you went through. That's how there's so many ministries and organizations that started and support groups that started because a person had gone through it and they said, I want to help others that are going through this. I was reading the other day about the man that wrote It Is Well With My Soul. And that song, even though we sing it in church, people probably don't realize is that out of that song that ministers to so many people, years and years later after it was written, actually was written at a very painful time. This man had put his wife and his 4 daughters on a ship to go on vacation, and he was going to join them later. And during the course of them being on the ship, it collided with another ship. And then the 4 daughters perished, and the wife survived. And as he was on his way on another ship to go meet his wife, they were saying they're passing over the place where the 2 ships collided. And he knew at that moment he was passing over where his daughters perished. And out of that came the song, It Is Well With My Soul. And the reason why I share that with you is because you never know that when we lean into these painful times, these emotions, what gets birthed out of it, what comes out of it, and how it's going to bless somebody else or bless, thousands and thousands of people. You never know. And the other thing to do while you're seeing the glass is full, because remember, we're always taught to see it either half full, some people see it half empty, but when you see it as full, you're seeing it as full of opportunities, full of healing, full of grace, full of mercy, full of resources that are there for you to help you in this time of need. When the glass is full, there's no boundaries. Everything it's limitless, the possibilities that are out there for you. So I want you to see the glass as full this holiday season. The other thing you can do to see the glass as full is create new memories. So whatever it is that you're working through, and maybe it's going through a divorce, and you've got to create new memories now. The old way isn't going to be there anymore. Or maybe the loved one that you've cherished is now graduated to heaven, and now there's new memories that are going to come out of that. Create new memories, because it helps you in the healing process. The landscape has changed, and so new memories come out of that. I'll share with you that when I went through my divorce, the last thing I wanted was a divorce, and it happened at Christmas time. And I knew by the next Christmas, I was going to have to create new memories. And I did. And the children and I, they're 16 and 19 now, and we still talk about a lot of things that we did when they were smaller. But you can create new memories. Maybe instead of being lonely on the holidays, invite other people over. I know we're living in a time that we can't do it as freely, but you can have other people around you, and that could start a whole tradition of, having them come over for dessert on the holidays so that no one is alone. And the other thing you can do as the glass is full this holiday season is give yourself grace. Give yourself grace, my friend. That's the one thing I have to work on a lot in myself, is give myself grace. We're not perfect. We are imperfect people. And so just give yourself forgiveness. As you forgive other people, forgive yourself. A lot of times we're the last person that we think of that needs forgiveness. Forgive yourself when you've made a mistake, or you yelled at your children and, because you saw the situation different than what it actually was. Give yourself that grace and pick yourself up. Dust off that shame, dust off that guilt. Pat yourself on the back and smile, my friend. So see the glass as full this holiday season. Lean into those emotions, get them in the proper perspective, and move on to healthier emotions. That's what's in that full glass. Creating new memories is in that full glass. And giving yourself grace is in that full glass. There's healing and there's mercy, there's resources, there's so many opportunities that are in a full glass. And when you see it as full, you're changing your thought process from the negative to full glass, full opportunity. And I just pray that as you see it that way, that things will start to change and start to shift for you. So as you go into the next holiday season, you won't feel that heaviness or that dark cloud over you, but you'll have a new perspective, and you'll have a full glass that you'll be taking with you into that next season. And all you have to do, my friend, is take hold of it.